Spiritual warfare. Protect your peace. Supersize You Annual Challenge Day 233. Sharon here, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. And we're talking about how do we protect our peace? Why do we protect our peace? Why does it even matter? That's what our topic is today. Spiritual warfare is just a way to get your attention, apparently. And I don't really like it because whenever I think of a war on anything, think of the war on drugs, for example. Has that really reduced drug use in this country or in the world? It's exploded it. Why? Because by saying we're having a war on something, we're giving it more negative energy. We're feeding it, all of us as a collective, which gives it more power and makes it a bigger problem and a bigger challenge. So, do we want to have a war on it, or do we want to find a peaceful way to deal with the situation and make it better? What we focus on is what we get. It's universal law. I didn't make it up. So, spiritual warfare is our internal battle between our highest self, our big me, big you, big me, versus little you, little me, which is just our physical presence here on the planet, and our negative emotions, because negative emotions are negative energy that impact us in our body. Any negativity, any ego, any fear, any doubt, any worry, any anxiety, anything that your body or your spirit senses as negative is not for you. It hurts us. It harms us, right? Whether we're aware of it or not, it does harm to us. A lot of times we can actually feel it in different parts of our body. When I get stressed or tense or doubtful or worried or anxious about something, in my back, I get these 2 points, and it depends, right or left. I don't know why, which side's which. I'm still doing self-awareness as well. But that's a little stress point that tells me something is off. Either I have said yes to something that I probably should have said no to, or something else is going on around me that is causing me to feel some kind of negative emotion. Doubt, worry, fear, anxiety, whatever it is for each and every one of us, it's different. Depression, I guess I don't even say depression because to me that's not even an option. I took depression out of my repertoire of possible emotions when I was in my 20s, and I did it for a specific reason. And there's a strategy to do that. If you want to know it, just put strategy in the comments below and I'll share it in another video. So protecting your peace, me protecting my peace, requires awareness. We have to realize what things trip our trigger or tip us over or cause us to go from positive, good emotions to negative emotions. And we want to set that dial back as quickly as we possibly can. Why? For our own best interest, for our body, for our physical health, but also for our mental and emotional and spiritual health and well-being as well. We can use different things to help create like a spiritual armor around us. I call it a bubble of protection, and I don't share this with very many people, but I actually do it. If I'm going into a situation where I feel nervous or any type of negative emotions, I actually create in my mind a bubble of protection around myself. Think of a giant pink bubble gum, bubble yum bubble that you blow up around yourself just to protect you. It's like a rubber ball. Anything negative that comes at you, it just bounces right back off. You don't have to accept it. I love that visualization. So, what kinds of spiritual armor can you create? Prayer, gratitude, anything that combats negative emotions, just positive self-talk. Whenever we catch ourselves doing negative self-talk, whatever drains our spirit, we want to combat. Scripture, worship, wisdom, reading smart things or wise things. Affirmation. I don't even have these on my list. Affirmations, setting boundaries, anything that makes us feel good. Phoning a friend. Because I think I've mentioned before that I actually keep a list of 100 things on my refrigerator. So whenever I need a pick-me-up, I can just look at that list. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to come up with something. I don't have to make myself change my mind when I'm in a funk. I just look at the list, I pick one thing, and I do it. Usually these days, I just walk outside. I just go outside and I take a few deep breaths, and that is enough to reset me and get me over whatever the little frustration is. Because guess what? We all have frustrations, right? Life is full of them. We all get our feelings hurt, usually on a daily basis. We all have things that dig away at our spirit and at who we really, really are, right? We just have to remember, hey, we're infinite beings. Anything is possible. Let's focus on the possibilities and not focus on all the things that feed our brains trash and garbage. So, what are we going to do today for an action item? I challenge you to identify a spiritual energy drain that exists in your life or around you in your life. I can name a whole bunch. Social media, other people's problems, negative media. I think I've shared pretty openly that I actually quit watching the news and the media in the mid 1980s. I was taking a really cool training in corporate America, my first job out of college, and they challenged us to give up the news for a week. I gave up the news for a week and I never went back. I've literally watched the news like 5 times, like just a handful of times since then, because there was something really big going on. 9/11 was going on. We turned on the TV at the place I was working, and people were horrified but wanted to know what was going on, right? A lot of people had connections to the people that were killed in 9/11. So things like that, but not very many things. So today, pick one thing that drains you and then combat it, and share in the comments below. You have to share what it was. You know, maybe my daughter said something that hurt my feelings. Maybe somebody at work or in your business said no. Whatever it might be for you, what are you going to do to counteract that? We have the power within us to decide whatever anything and everything means. We have the power to choose our point of view and how we're going to look at it, and we decide what it means. So if somebody says no, or if somebody hurts your feelings, just let it roll up. Look for the kernel of truth in that so that we can learn and grow. But sometimes it's not about us at all. It's about them just having a bad day, or something for them is off. So that is our challenge and our topic today. So any negative, and this is easy and quick to do. You can probably do it in the first 5 minutes of your day or after listening to this. Anytime you realize and notice that you're experiencing some kind of a negative emotion, doubt, worry, fear, guilt, anxiety, depression, whatever you call it, just that's our item today. Find that one thing and say, okay, I just experienced this. What did I do to counteract it? And do the thing to counteract it, right? Step outside. Mine is like step outside or let the sun shine on my face. All I have to do is sit by a window in the winter, and that will make me feel better. Whatever works for you. We're all different, so you and only you can determine what works for you. All right. If you need help with this or have any questions, reach out and ask. That's what I'm here for. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.